What's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with an interesting short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Was Sent to Blood Prison and Was Abandoned by Konoha. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to SG God Anime for suggesting this idea. I hope this was your username. Anyways, shout out to him for suggesting this idea. I'm gonna be adding a few bits here and that so that this story can make more sense. It was kind of an awesome idea and kind of a fresh perspective. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Story begins 16 years after the QB attack in Rice Country, as we go towards a place known as Blood Prison, the most dangerous and notorious prison, housing the most dangerous and the most notorious criminals all over the elemental nation there. As amongst them was the one who even the most toughest of the toughest feared. He arrived a few years ago, but he changed within a year or so and turned everything upside down. He became such a threat that even the guards as well as the warden there, who himself had placed the seal of the said prison upon him to seal away his chakra, was now threatened by a chakra-less person. It was so much getting out of hand that they had to customly build a cell just to hold him and confine him, and he was not allowed even to walk out of that cell for as long as Konoha wanted. Yes, as now we go towards the said cell that was separated all over to the inside of the wing, where inside a huge metal door-like thing we see a shadow was looming over, and there sitting next to a metal wall was none other than a blonde-haired young teenager at the age of 16. His eyes were cold and vicious, and his long hair was falling over him. How much time has it been? I wonder. Years? How many though? Not like I care. Once I get out of here, I will settle my score with everyone, said that voice that was chilling and yet calm, as if calm before the storm. As now we see that this was none other than Naruto Uzumaki. But how did he ended up here? We go to a flashback. As now we see a 13-year-old Naruto wearing his orange jumpsuit and with his bright personality was looking serious as he was chasing someone as he arrived at an opening from the forest. As he stood in front of two statues, and on the other side across the waterfall was Sasuke Uchiha, his teammate, who he was sent on to bring back. Sasuke, why the hell did you leave the village? You don't understand, Naruto. You would never will. You're nothing more than a thorn in my path alongside the rest of the village. I don't even know why you try. Like me, they too detest you. I can see it, but why can't you? Even if they do, they will change. I believe in Gigi's word. Third was an old fool who believed, and because of his belieffulness he died. He isn't here, Naruto, to believe anymore. You have to face the reality. You can't live like this. You are who you are, a hated, detested being who shouldn't even exist. Stop it! I'm not gonna let you get into my head. You're going down! As the battle commenced, as both of them fought valiantly, and as in the end Naruto was able to become victor, but at the cost of a shoulder being injured because of Chidori piercing straight through it. Naruto at the last moment was able to dodge so much that his heart was avoided altogether, and slammed the Rasengan at full force into Sasuke's chest, causing him to knock out. As Naruto arrived back, he saw that many of his teammates were there, and so was his Bajan and everyone else, and even Jiraiya. You brought him back. Why is he injured, Naruto? I told you to not injure him, but look at me. I don't have time to look at you. We'll talk about this later. As that is when Naruto stood there, as he began to hear whispers, as Jiraiya looked at him disappointingly. I taught you that technique because I thought you would use it. But I didn't thought for a bit that you would use it against your own comrade, Naruto. But enough of your excuses. We will decide a proper punishment for you once this is settled. As now we see After the council meeting, Naruto was called into the council office the next day. What? What do you mean that I? You are to be sent to the blood prison. You are stripped from your right as a civilian of Konoha and a shinobi as well. Hand over your headband, said Danzo Shimura as Naruto looked towards Tsunade and Jiraiya. The punishment has been made, Naruto. You have to accept it. It is your mistake. But enough of your excuses, damn it. Can't you see what you have done? He's the last heir of his clan. And you're just an orphan. If you die, nobody here would care, but if he dies, he's the last of his clan. Konoha will lose a founding clan, said Tsunade, as Naruto was stabbed by each word. As Naruto looked down. As that is when Tsunade then said, enough of this, take him away. As now we see, Naruto was taken and thrown into blood prison, but not before seeing the true colors of his own friends, or at least the people he thought were his friends, and the smirk that Sasuke gave him, that told him, told you so. Nobody, and I mean nobody, was there with him, except for only one man, Tenoichi, who was there telling him to calm down, everything will be okay. He will try his best to get him out of this, but Naruto thanked him and told him not to bother, because he didn't want him to be on the receiving end of the village now. The village that he detested so much. His rage became evident now. He embraced his darkness so much that now he was the most feared in the place where the most feared and the corrupted of the world was sent by everyone. As now we see the present, as we have end of the flashback, we go towards Konoha, where seemingly everything was going towards as planned, as Jiraiya and Tsunade were in office. I still can't believe that Akatsuki is still planning on attacking Konoha, even after all the mess and trouble we went through to send that kid away from us. In the end, we have to tell them that he doesn't exist here. If they want him, they can go all for week here to the blood prison to take him out. I have heard rumors that the kid has gotten a somewhat of a reputation, a fearful one. Fearful or not, he can't even lay a single finger on Konoha. Not under my watch, Jiraiya. Say, you still think that we are doing the right thing? I mean, Minato and Kushina died, but they were the kid's parents. Why, Jiraiya, having cold feet? I mean, it was you who told me that we should punish at least the QB. You couldn't let the grudge go, and so couldn't I. You know that Kushina was like a daughter to me. So was Minato to me as a son. But he's our godchild. He is nothing more than a pest. Because of his existence, they died. It was not his fault, at least. I'm beginning to see things otherwise. I'm gonna go and pay him a visit soon. Why, Jiraiya? Listen, the kid trusted us, and he might still do. We need him. As much as I know you don't like this idea one bit, we need him. And plus, the kid might need someone to be in his life. I mean, we don't want him to end up, tarnishing the name of his parents. He won't be, because he won't have these abilities. I already have distributed the jutsus of Kushina and Minato to Sasuke and Sakura. They are training with them. What? On whose authority? Mine. I am the Hokage, for the last time I remembered. As that is when the door busted open. In came an Anbu. Hokage-sama. Jiraiya-sama, there's something you need to see. At the gates. Please, hurry. As both of them, seeing the urgency, arrived there, only to find some dead faces appearing. As both of them were shocked. Oh my god. Minato. Kushina. It's been a long time, Sensei. How have you been, Oba-chan? Said Kushina with a teasing smile. As now we see back at them, all of them, in the Hokage office. I don't understand. How are you all alive? Said Tsunade, breaking the ice. I thought you all died. All those years ago in the QB attack. Well, that seemingly happened, but we were able to survive. You see, before I arrived at the battlefield with the Trojan Shuriki. Wait, what? What do you mean? Trojan Shuriki. What I mean is, Mito over here. Naruto's older sister. She's older by a few minutes though, but twin. As a redhead Mito with blue eyes and 2 whisker marks and smile. Hello. As that is when they realize. So what about Naruto then? Oh, we only gave him a bit of chakra so that, nobody would get suspicious. Because we needed one to stay here. It was your prophecy after all. The child of Red Death and Yellow Flash, with enormous power and chakra, will be the one to save the world. I did tell you that, but I did not knew that you would follow that prophecy without telling me. You told me to keep this a secret. And I had no other choice because that Moss person was still out there. Moss person? Yes, you don't know? No, Sensei didn't tell us the details. And there were not any records as well mentioning that what happened at the Kyuubi's attack. I see. You see, what happened was, while everything was going smoothly at that time, a Moss person appeared and attacked us, and demanded that we hand over the Jinchuriki. And at that time, Bivako and the others died. He kidnapped Mito over here, who was an infant. In desperate intent to save her, I was able to save both of my kids, but Kushina was taken, and the BG was ripped out of her and released. Who was this man? He claimed to be Madara Uchiha, and I have been keeping tabs on him and the other Moss persons, and I think I know who it is. Who? The orange Moss spiral guy. The one in the Akatsuki, named Toby. He? I mean, he has a childlike personality. I don't think so. It could be a cover-up, Sensei. You were the one who told me always look underneath the underneath. You're right about that. So, enough of this. Where is Naruto as both of them flinched? Minato. There is something we need to tell you. As now we see that Kushina and Minato and Mito were the ones who were shocked. What? What do you mean? He's sent to blood prison. He hurted Sasuke a lot. He said that Sasuke hurted him. Did you even bother to check? Was he hurt? I don't know. Sensei, how could you do this? I trusted you. I told you that if something happens, you were to take care of him. That is the reason I placed him in the Konoha orphanage under the alias of Uzumaki. It was an obvious reference that he was my son. Of course I knew whose son he was. It's just that because of the Kyuubi taking you away and him being the Jinchuriki, my hatred got the better of me. Sensei, I can't believe this. You're the one who told me never let the hatred get in your way. And yet, I begin to see after all these years of what we have done. The kid. We were in the wrong, Minato. Me and Tsunade both. We were both in the wrong. No, the whole Konoha is. What are we gonna do, Minato? We thought that once returning, Mito and Naruto could be married so that we could have proper full-blooded Uzumakis here. So that we don't have to worry about the future clan. I know. We have to go and free him now. It won't be that simple or easy. As now we see, Mito then say, maybe I can try. You know? I might be able to talk to him. As now we see a week passed, as Mito as well as Sakura, Sasuke, Kakashi were the ones sent to go and take Naruto back. As on their way there, everyone was already aware of what has happened, as Sakura could still not wrap her head around, and so couldn't Kakashi, as he could still remember vividly seeing his sensei. As we have another flashback, as now we see, it was only 1 week ago, before they left, a night before they left, everything was revealed to them, as Kakashi and every other Jonin and their teams were present. What? How is this possible? Sensei, I heard everything, Kakashi, and I'm truly disappointed in you. Why did you treat my son Naruto like this? And hearing these words enough was quite hurtful to Kakashi as he looked down. I'm sorry, Sensei. I thought I was doing something good. You were doing good, huh? I didn't taught you, or wasn't taught, he said looking towards Jiraiya, to be this much of a hypocrite and have such bystander opinions on one person based on their past. I can't believe this. Wait, but Naruto is a demon. My mother says so. He's not a demon. My brother is not. If anyone is a Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yokyo, it is me. I am the one who possesses the Kyuubi. He only possessed a few bit of chakra ounces so that nobody would get suspicious of him. So we entrapped an innocent person who endured hatred for years, it seemed. And for years he has been imprisoned wrongfully? Said none other than Naji. Yes, we have, says Tsunade. Hokage-sama, what are we gonna do? Team 7 will be sent, and you two and Mito will go and bring him to us. As now we see end of the flashback, as the four of them were standing at the gates of the blood prison. Halt, state your business. We are from Konoha. You're here for him, finally. Thank God. Take him, just. As that is when the guard alerted the warden, who immediately marched there. I will lead you to the place. You don't need to even fill up the paperwork. Just take that goddamn son of a bitch out of here. That kid is crazy. As now we see, as soon as they neared the cell, they heard rumbling, as even the ground began to shake. What is going on? It's that idiot monster of a kid. He's punching the goddamn wall. Even if we have restoration seals, even they are barely holding it up, as suddenly they witnessed a huge metal sheet from which the confinement cell was made out of was dented so much, and a fist was formed there. As Sasuke was shocked. How is this possible? Did you not use the seal to seal away his chakra? We did! And it's after that he's able to do that. Everyone is afraid of that bastard. As now we see, Naruto himself immediately ripped out the door with his bare hand as he stood outside. As his knuckles clenched wide, there were visible signs of hard work and practice, and his muscles were much more toned and defined, identifying that he has been working on physical aspect and his strength. Well, what do we have here? Said Naruto, looking towards the people in front. As Sasuke and Sakura were shocked, because the aura that was coming out of Naruto was enough to scare them, and Kakashi could visibly see the killer intent. He saw himself getting killed multiple times just because of his killer intent. Kakashi, if it isn't my impudent of a sensei, what do you want from me? Why are you even here? Are you finally here to throw that snake bastard away? I hardly think so. You'll suck his dick out right here if it wasn't for him being an Uchiha. Right? Naruto, that is enough. He's your sensei. As Naruto only took a step and appeared right next to Sakura. You know, at one point I thought you were adorable, but now I outright despise you. Your voice, it pierces through my ears. I'm gonna rip your tongue out and shove it deep down your throat. If you don't quiet down, you bitch. Said Naruto with disdain, and at that moment it was alone enough to cause Sakura to shiver. Sasuke, having heard enough and wanting to test out his strength, used one jutsu that he shouldn't have. Rasengan. As Naruto instantly grabbed his hand and clenched his fist so that the whole wrist was broken. As the Rasengan was still somewhat visible. So you learned that little technique, huh? You crazy bastard! As the seal activated, but it did nothing as Naruto turned and smiled deviously towards the warden. I hated you, you bastard, you know that? As Naruto grabbed him by the face with his bare hand. You wanna know what I did, Sasuke? The training I did? As Naruto clenched his fist shut, the man's brain splattered, crushing his face and skull entirely with bare hand. As Naruto looked at them, this is what I did. I trained so hard that I can literally squash skulls with my bare hands. As everyone there was now shocked, as the team watched, the whole blood prison was now emptied out. Everyone was scared, but they were watching them from the hiding spots. The criminals, even the officers, watching the warden die out like this, they knew it was their 10th warden who has died because of his negligence and impudence in front of Naruto. As that is when Naruto began to walk towards him. Naruto, don't make me use force. What are you gonna do? Impale me with a Chidori? I'm gonna shove that hand straight into your butt. What was that technique that you used? Yeah, 10,000 years of death, or whatever. I'm gonna use that technique, but literally rip your ass apart alongside your whole body. As Kakashi felt chills enough in his spine because Naruto was just casually saying these words. This isn't the kid that we left here. We left a kid here so that he could learn a lesson, but we didn't know what kind of monster we created. Sensei, we made a huge mistake. as Naruto then literally used a hand seal to rip out the chakra suppressors himself. Tch, I'm done here. If that is all you can do, I'm utterly disappointed. You and I had same enough years to train. No. I had little time to train while you had rest of your lives. And yet, this is the level you achieved? Pathetic. So much for killing Itachi. You know what? I'm gonna take that away from you. My next goal is to kill Itachi in the most brutalist way possible. And I'm gonna make you and Konoha watch as I gouge his eyes out and squish them with my own hands. As Naruto began to walk away, he was stopped by Mito. Naruto, stop, please. Who the hell are you to tell me what to do? And why do you have the same face as I? I am the Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tailed. Yeah, I know. I didn't even have the damn fox within me. It was a genjutsu. It was after that I was sealed here I was able to realize that it was just an afterimage of the Biju, with a little bit of chakra that soon depleted out. But you know what? I was able to absorb it. Absorb that part, a chunk of Kyuubi's soul, as well as its chakra, making it my own. What? What do you mean, Naruto? As Naruto's canines began to grow, his eyes turned red with slits, as his nails turned into claws, as Naruto literally unleashed a huge amount of chakra. The killer intent and pressure alone was enough for all of them to be caused to fall to the ground, as the ground began to crack underneath his feet. As Naruto then said, "See, I have some of my own tricks up my sleeves." As Sasuke and Sakura were now shivering, realizing that they could have created a monster that they couldn't even imagine to defeat in their own dreams with all the power of the world it had. If this is the best you have, then I'm utterly disappointed. Konoha isn't even worth my time, so don't mention it. But do tell them that I will pay them a visit. Visit that will turn quite red. With that said, Naruto disappeared, taking a single step again, but this time he was in the field of vision. As after only he disappeared that the pressure was lifted. As Kakashi stood up, still shaking visibly. We have to get out of here. Go back. Warn everyone. This is Naruto we left. A monster. A monster that is much worse than Kyuubi is created. As now we see, the Team 7 made their way back to Konoha. Sasuke's wrist was completely broken and his hand was now rendered useless. What? What do you mean? I can't use this hand again. The chakra coil itself has been destroyed, shattered. Even if we are able to repair your bones, we are not able to fix it completely. He squeezed your nerves around this area so hard that they are rendered dead, paralyzed forever. I'm sorry, Sasuke, but you're one-handed now. Sasuke herself. As now we see everyone else, the kids turned Jonin 11 now, were there. This is bad. We mistreated him. We didn't knew that Naruto would turn out like this. We thought that we will buy him a bowl of ramen and everything will go great. We'll be friends again. Because honestly, at that time, I didn't believe that he was the Kyuubi. Oh, don't bullshit yourself, Shikamaru. You as well as everyone here believed that he was who he was, and we at the time were being paid by the third Hokage to be his friends. Now we know that he is not the Jinchuriki, and he's out there with the strength that is on par that even Kakashi Sensei is scared. I don't know what we're gonna do. That is not alone enough. From what I have gathered, the intel or what I have gathered from tidbits between the Jonins, he was strong enough that the whole prison itself was afraid of him. So much that they didn't even want to sign the paperwork. They just wanted him to go and leave that place. That is correct, said Sakura. I was there. I watched him with bare hand just squash the skull of the warden. It was terrifying. I can't believe for a moment that it was Naruto, the same blonde idiot who blabbered about being Hokage and loving ramen. He's someone else now. Someone because of our fault. As on the other side, we go towards Naruto, who was approached as he was walking through the woods by Akatsuki members. As he stopped, It was Itachi and Kisame. Well, well, if it isn't the fishman and the red-eye freak, said Naruto, taking off his hood that he has gotten, as he smirked towards the two. The notorious Naruto Uzumaki, the one who caused hell in the whole blood prison, a hell on earth it seemed itself. And you became hell for them, kid. I wanna know what you have learned. Oh, let's see, old man, what you got. As now we see, Itachi observed as Kisame engaged, only for Naruto literally grabbed the sword with two bare fingers. Is this the extent of your power? Then I'm utterly disappointed, as Naruto dropped a rotating kick straight to his face, breaking Kisame's jaw, as now Itachi was confused and quite shocked. Such force that his jaw was broken. As Kisame got up, more enraged than ever, charging his sword towards Naruto, but only for Naruto to literally punch through his sword, punching him in the face, again causing his neck this time to be on the edge of being broken. Damn it, if any more else, my neck will be broken. Samihara, damn it, my sword is done for. I can't go on like this, we have to retreat. But before they could, Kisame, who was now badly wounded, watched as Naruto appeared behind Itachi as Itachi's eyes widened. This is where you die, you son of a bitch. As Naruto literally snapped his neck with just two fingers, but didn't kill him, but paralyzed him as Itachi dropped to the ground. Now that he is taken care of, how about we take care of you, you fish bastard? As Naruto arrived in front of him and grabbed his skull and placed him between the both palms of his hands and began to squeeze him until both of his eyes popped out of their sockets and his brain splattered everywhere. Done. As now we see Naruto begin to walk towards Itachi, who was paralyzed on the ground. You see, Itachi, now that I have you like this, I'm gonna make you watch as how I kill Sasuke before I destroy Konoha, so that finally in the end I can put an end to you and your cursed bloodline once and for all. Good thing you did the work for me by killing the rest of the clan, because if you haven't, I might have to go on a killing spree before I'd have done both of you in. As Itachi couldn't do anything but just to glare at him, because that is the best he could do now. He was paralyzed completely. He couldn't even speak because of the utter pain that he was in. For the time being, go and hide from the hole that you crawl out of, Itachi. Or call for help if that is the matter. As Naruto adjusted his spine a bit so that Itachi was still in pain and couldn't fight, but he could walk at least. Damn it, it hurts like hell. How did he? I broke a lot of bones while being a pushover in that prison until one day I finally broke Itachi. And at that day I caused raising hell there, and they were the ones on the receiving end. And at that day I vowed that I wouldn't take shit from no one, because I was the one who was abandoned by everyone. So it isn't right that I, as a child of prophecy, abandon everyone now, isn't it? As that is when Itachi's eyes were child of prophecy. Jiraiya-sama, you are an idiot. Why did you not tell me about this? The prophecy, it can go worse now. Oh no, Naruto, wait. The world can go watch itself burn for all I care. Heck, even if I have to burn it with my own hands, I will willingly. I'm not gonna just sit around and do anything. If you believe that I will, even for a second, protect them after what they have done, then you're utterly mistaken and hopeful idiot, because I wouldn't do that. As after that, Naruto disappeared again, as this time it was Kakazu, as well as Hidan, who was going by as they watched, Kisame's lifeless body, and Itachi slumped on a tree. Hey, over here! As Itachi was taken to the Akatsuki base. As there, Itachi was placed in a room, as after being interrogated, we see that the rest of the Akatsuki were having a meeting. It seems that Naruto Uzumaki isn't a Jinchuriki, but he has become someone who is not to be trifled with. And from the looks of it, he has no plan in getting on our way. So what, should we just avoid the kid? Yes. If possible, don't get close to him. Because if you do, then you might end up like Kisame. Kisame was a prideful swordsman, but he wasn't an idiot. and just all bark no bite. He had the strength and the skills to beat him, and beat many of us here, but in the end, he was killed by the mere strength of the kid. And from what Itachi has told us, he doesn't rely on jutsus now. He merely focuses on his whole strength, which is quite odd. The kid had such potential and such chakra. Why would he outright just ignore it? Who knows? Maybe the kid is idiot, or he's trying to prove something to someone. Either way, it is best in our case to avoid him altogether. As on the other side, in Konoha, Jiraiya has heard the news. Damn it! What is it, Sensei? I heard the news. What happened? It's about Naruto. He got in contact with two of the Akatsuki members, and it was Itachi and Kisame Hoshigaki. Kisame is dead, and Itachi is more or less paralyzed now. As this was being talked, on the other side of the door, outside of the Hokage office, Sasuke was listening. His eyes widened. He promised that he would do this. I have to go and find him and settle this with the dope once and for all. I can't let him take my revenge. No. As Sasuke, in his revenge desperation, decided it was best to leave Konoha. As in the middle of the night he escaped and arrived where he knew Amegakure was, because thanks to Jiraiya's blabbering out, he was able to find out the Akatsuki base. As soon as he entered Amegakure, he was caught in contact of Zetsu. Sasuke Uchiha, what is it that you wish to do here? I wish to meet him. I wish to meet Itachi. He is pretty much useless to us, so we don't care. But remember, if you try anything, you will be taken out and killed. I know. As now we see, Sasuke was being led through the caves and tunnels all the way to the Itachi's room, but unknown to them, a figure was watching them. Two cold-blooded blue eyes. As Naruto was watching them from hiding, the bait has been placed, and the one I was hunting has arrived. It'll be fun this time around. As Naruto had a smirk on his face, as his teeth turned into canines. I'm itching for some blood. As now we see, back in Konoha, things have turned south, as everyone was now afraid and terrified of Sasuke, gone missing again. Where could he have gone this time? Maybe he gone out to hunt Naruto. No, that is not possible, Sakura. Naruto would beat the shit out of him, and everyone else here if he wants to. That is correct, Sakura. But there is no but. Naruto is strong. Get this through your skull or you're gonna end up being squashed like that warden. As Sakura felt chills down her spine, knowing what she has witnessed. That wasn't Naruto. That must be the QB talking, right? No. The QB doesn't exist in him, then how is this possible? As on the other side, we see that Jiraiya was the one who was talking to Minato. He must have heard us. He went straight towards the trap. What do you mean, Sensei? I think it was laid by Naruto, making sure we heard this. God damn it! He was trying to find where the Akatsuki was, and not only that, lure Sasuke out. And now that he's gonna go through with it. What? His plan to end the whole Uchiha bloodline and the Akatsuki once and for all. Because he didn't want hindrance in his plans for what he has in store for us, or the rest of the elemental nation. We have to stop them. There's nothing we can do. We won't interfere in this battle. Naruto Uzumaki will be put down after this. After this Akatsuki is taken care of, let them battle it out. Said Danzo, you don't understand what you're talking, Danzo. Naruto is my son. He would not be put out as you said. He's not some animal. Regardless of if he is a human or not, it is our mistake and, well, carelessness that he has turned into something that we cannot control or tame. And it is best that those who cannot be controlled or tamed should be put out for good. Think of your dead son as literally dead now. As the Hokage, the fifth Hokage, you have my permission to do this. Tsunade, you can't do this. I'm not risking this now, Minato. Naruto is a danger to us all. We have to put an end to him. As on the other side, in Amegakure, screams could be heard. As the route onward division arrived there, they were one who were stunned. as a figure was walking towards them with something that he grabbed with one hand. It was the headless it was the bodiless heads of Sasuke and Itachi, as the blood was dripping from them. As it was Naruto, with a sinister grin plastered on his face, canine visible, his red eyes visible, and his hands dripping with blood, walking towards them. Well, if it isn't a pleasant surprise from Konoha, as instantly they charged towards him with a battle cry, as the next sun rose, as we have a scene change back towards at Konoha. As we see, Minato had breakfast with his family, and he was enjoying some time and making some plans of how once Naruto returns everything will be good. A man appeared. Hokage-sama, bad news! At the front gates, please, hurry! As Minato and Kushina and even Mito arrived there, as they saw everyone was already there as well, and many of the civilians have gathered. As there were the bodiless heads of both Sasuke and Itachi, impaled on a wooden stick that was placed on the ground, and the brutalized bodies of the Root Division. And one note plastered, here's your trash, take it back, Konoha. Regards, Naruto, the demon you created, the demon you wanted. Hearing this enough sent chills down everyone's spines. The Uchiha bloodline was ended. And not only that, seemingly the Root Division was ended, as now Danzo was gritting his teeth, knowing that these were the strongest of his men, and Naruto just outright slaughtered them. As that is when news appeared through an eagle that Jiraiya usually, used to get in contact with his contacts. What? What is it, Sensei? I don't believe this. The whole Amegakure is burning as of now. What? Akatsuki has been done for. And not only that, the whole Amegakure is done for. Sensei, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna tackle this? This is beyond us. I don't know, Minato. I don't know, honestly. As the tension was rising in Konoha, and so was fear, we go towards Naruto, who was sitting over the ruins of Amegakure, over the dead bodies of many who he has killed. This is getting boring. Wonder I should just end Konoha and move on with it. Yeah, let's just do that. But knowing that Konoha is dead, the other might try to get to know who was behind it. So I have to leave no traces behind. To do that, I just need to do something. It's been a long time. I wonder if I can do this. Shadow Clone no Jutsu. As immediately 10,000 Naruto Shadow Clones were created around him. You all know what to do. Go ahead. Go to all villages and level them. Leave Konoha to me. As within only a single week, the whole elemental nation was leveled out. As Konoha got the news that Iwa, Kiri, Kumo, and even Suna was hit, even the minor villages like Snow Country as well as Vegetable and Rice and many other countries were tackled and were destroyed, leveled. No one was left alive. Naruto itself has become a demon rising from hell. He has embraced it. The one thing that they placed him on as a label for hatred, he embraced it, and now he was showing them what he could do as a demon. Because he has become the worst of the worst nightmares. Not even the Kages of that were able to level with him, as all this time Naruto was just sitting there and was not even touching Konoha. But even the Land of Fire was hit, and it was destroyed and devastated. Daimyo, as well as his, squadron and samurais were taken. Even Iron Country was destroyed. The whole elemental nation, it seemed, had been leveled except for Konoha. As now we see, Konoha was having meeting after meeting after meeting. Something needs to be done. The rest of the elemental nation has been leveled already, Minato. Country after country, minor village after minor to major villages such as Kumo, Iwa, Kiri, and Suna have been targeted, and they alongside their Kages and people have been slaughtered by him. It's like some sort of rumbling that is going on, and it only stops once he has leveled out everything. What are we gonna do? I'm scared. We just labeled him as a demon so that we can lay out our hatred, but we did not know that he will really become one. Well, you should think what you say before you speak. Wishes might come true, isn't that right? Said Mito, as she arrived there. I kind of agree with him. What if he was the Jinchuriki and I was not? You would have done the same to me. All of you have. Mito, now is not the time. Oh, shut up, Dad. Not like you're in any right. You left willingly a child alone here, knowing that he was going to be treated like this. You willingly revealed that he was the Kyuubi's Jinchuriki so you can take the heat off of me and place it on him. You used him as a guinea pig, as a experiment to see what the people behave as well as if the masked person tried to attack him or not. It was needed to be done, because we thought that you were the child of prophecy. And so much Dad is going golden now. Dad, he was the one, right? I know that much now, because of the power that he holds. And now you see that you want him back, just so you can save your hide and Konoha's. Enough, Mito. Leave! Oh yeah, I will. As she took her headband off and slammed it on the table of her father, before you take it and shove it in their asses. I'm done with Konoha. I'm leaving. Mito, enough! I have enough. You're right about that. You know what's funny? If anything, I blame you and Kushina for this. Both of you are the ones to blame all of this more misfortune. If it wasn't for you and your deviousness, this wouldn't have happened. If you would have just stayed here, had the guts to stay here, and raised both of us, this wouldn't have happened one bit. I wouldn't have lost my brother like this. As now we see, Mito began to leave. As soon as she was outside of Konoha's walls, she began to walk throughout the woods as she stopped, as there was someone standing there as he walked out. It was Naruto. I'm quite surprised that you're the only one standing up for me. Why? You were with them. They loved you and all. And even the people doesn't seem to hate you, even though they know the fact. They don't hate me because they know that I'm Minato and Kushina's daughter. If they have known the same for you, they would have done the same, which I'm disgusted about. If I was the one left behind in your place, I would have ended up the same way. So there's nothing I can say and try to comprehend or try to stop you. But please know this, that I did a lot of thinking. A lot of it, actually. And I came to a conclusion. You and I were both born on the same day. Those all who I claim to be my friends, or who claim to be my friends, they knew about me. Even you, if did. Well, the funny thing is, I found out only a few months before we were going to return. All my life I thought that I was the only daughter. I see. So that makes it much more easier to forgive. Sorry for jumping to the conclusion. I was about to say, even if that possible, you should have known that I was existent. But seeming like you only found out a few months ago. What was their plan, actually? Their endgame? They wanted us to marry, though, so that we can have the true Uzumakis. And what do you think? As Mito had to admit that Naruto was handsome, as she blushed and looked at I don't know. This is certainly interesting. And I knew I always had a knack for strong women, and redhead ones especially. And you just match all the description. As Naruto grabbed her face and literally kissed her. As after that, Mito became weak as it was a French kiss. As after that, Naruto just grabbed her and said, "That's it. I've decided. You're coming with me." What? What do you mean? Hey, I'm the older sister here. If anything, you should listen to me. We can talk about this later. As after spending some passionate night, we see a month have passed, and Konoha was now getting confused and worried. Where in the hell was Naruto? Why wasn't there a single attack as they were upping their defenses? While on the other side, Naruto was, with his sister, and they were having the time of their life. So, said Mito as she was hanging Naruto while they rested on a small house they have built far away from there. What? So what? What are you gonna do about Konoha? You're worried about them still? Yeah, you should worry about yourself. Yeah, I know, but you're not gonna do anything, you little brother of mine. Of course not, Nissan. If anything, you're the most precious family member to me. But know this, even if you try to stop me, I won't. I'm not gonna stop you. You can do whatever you want with them. If they were really my parents, they would have at least bothered to told me, and I would have tried at least to do something. Mito, I'm serious. I don't want you to get hurt. I want you to remain here while I do this all. You don't have to see any of this. No, I have to confront them. We have to. I'm not gonna allow you to get hurt. Not after everything I have been through. You're precious to me, okay? I'm not gonna let you walk into this. As after that we see Naruto knocked her out unconscious, placed a kiss on her lips, and now after locking the door and making sure the seals were activated, he left so that Mito would be able to be safe while he was gone. As a few days went by, as Naruto arrived at the gates of Konoha, as now, instead of entering, he literally punched through the people as he began to march straight towards Hokage office. The Anbus, his own friends, many tried to stop him, but Naruto ripped straight through them, literally. As now we see Naruto standing in front of Konoha Hokage office, as Minato, Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Kushina were standing in front of him. Where is Mito? We did what you asked us to do. We are going to get married soon, but after the death of Konoha and you all. Naruto, please. There is no please left for you, old man. Let's fight and do this. As Naruto went all out, berserk mode, all out, and he was able to defeat and kill everyone, all of them. No one was saved. As in the end, Naruto grabbed both Jiraiya and Tsunade, ramming their skull against each other again and again and again until both of them died and their literal skulls and skins ripped out because of the friction against one another. Now that both of them are dead, let's move on to the next one. As that is when Naruto was about to kill them, Mito appeared. Naruto, wait. Stop. I told you I wouldn't listen to you even if you came here. Nason. Just punish them but don't kill them, okay? I can't watch them die. Just because of her you should be grateful. As Naruto then did something. He paralyzed Kushina from neck down and broke Minato's both legs. Now you are crippled for life. Enjoy your life while you can. As after that Naruto began to leave, only leaving them alive in the crippled state that like they left Naruto when he was an infant. As both Mito and Naruto disappeared, and only a few bunch, like a few hundred people and innocents were able to survive from all of this catastrophe. Those few hundreds from the elemental nations, that is, from different major villages. Naruto has leveled out the whole elemental nations. No one was saved. Retribution came for all, and innocents have been avenged already. But for Naruto, it was a new beginning. As now we see 10 years went by, Naruto reached at the age of 26, and Mito reached at the age of 26 as well, as both have 2 kids now, which they named Nagato and Konan. As on the other side, Minato and Kushina still lived, knowing that it was their son in the end who did all of this. It was their own foolishness, actually, who did all of this. They were just trying their hardest to blame their son. And deep down they knew about it, but there was nothing they could do about it. As for the rest of the elemental nation, only a minor village existed now, which avoided them like a pharaoh, both Naruto and Mito as well as Minato and Kushina, because they didn't want to associate with the 4 of them. They feared Naruto and Mito, but it tested Minato and Kushina how the roles have reversed. And this is how they lived, happily ever after, for Naruto actually. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this short movie of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace!